folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So I feel like I have been very surprised with the subject material of these videos for the past few weeks, but I think this may be the biggest one yet. Because, well, it seems that both The Sims and SimCity are getting live-action movies. So Geeks Worldwide put out this article today talking about this. So it starts off by saying the citizens of SimCity are about to have a very unpleasant afternoon. GWW has obtained information that a SimCity film is currently in active development at Legendary Pictures. The film is being described as a comedic version of a Roland Emmerich-esque disaster movie inside the world of SimCity, with the script being penned by Mike Rosilio. Studio executives Ellie Mendez and John Silk are overseeing the development of the film. No director or actors have been announced at this time. There is little information on casting and characters for SimCity, as the only descriptions we have are for basic characters described as dad, mom, son, and villain. Not much to go on. Next, the article says preliminary casting info has also told us that a film adaptation of The Sims is in the works, though information on that project remains scarce as it's in the early development stage. It appears characters will play dual roles in The Sims, gamed and out. Early character descriptions include Katie as our lead female, a funny hot mess good to her core. There's also Cliff, a supporting male, and he's described as Kate's best friend, a cute nerd. Other supporting characters include Rick, Steel Nugget, a performer in a mixed martial arts historical musical, Cora, Bella, Katie's assistant. Cora is sarcastic and bitter. Dennis, studio worker, an uptight partner at Katie's firm. Jared, the womanizing douche. Amanda Nelly is dating Cliff and described as pretty and slim. Finally, we have Pam, Kate's mom, and Bill, a chubby in Kid Sims who lives in the treehouse behind Kate and offers advice. For those who don't know, SimCity is a PC city simulator video game where the players oversee a town they have created. The goal is to make their city become the biggest and most successful it can. But if you're feeling mischievous, you can drop natural disasters like tornadoes on your town, just for your own amusement. You're the overseer, and you can basically do whatever you want. But, unlike video games, you can't exactly play movies. The film will star a family of 3, a middle-aged mom and dad, aged 30 to 49, and a teenage boy, aged 15. The film is also looking to have a main villain for the conflict. Maybe the overseer is the villain? It will be very interesting to see how this concept is translated to live action when the audiences no longer have control in a game that's all about control. There's also this section here, Third Time's the Charm. Following the commercial and critical success of Paramount Sonic the Hedgehog, yes, that movie I think was pretty great, but Hollywood seems to be far more optimistic that video game adaptations can work on the big screen, especially since audiences are starting to get out of the all video game movies are terrible mindset. It also helps that Legendary Pictures are no strangers to video game adaptations, as they had a hand in producing 2016's Warcraft and 2019's Detective Pikachu, while Pikachu went on to be a moderate success with $433 million at the worldwide box office. What? I would say that's an amazing success, but okay. The same cannot be said for Warcraft. Even though the film grossed $439 million worldwide, it was ravished by critics and tanked at the domestic box office with just $47.4 million. Any chance at a World of Warcraft cinematic universe came and went with that film. SimCity will be Legendary's third shot at a video game adaptation, and they're hoping it will be the smash hit they have been searching for. Here's to hoping that third time's the charm. So it looks like that out of these two, SimCity will be the first to get a movie, and that makes me think, why would they do a movie about SimCity? Even though it does have that nostalgic value, the franchise has become a joke now, especially because of the latest game, 2013, And, well, I think we all know how that turned out. So that makes me think, are they going to put out a brand new SimCity game around the same time as this movie? Because then that seems like that would just make a lot more sense. And unless they did rehire some of the people who worked on the original SimCity, then there probably are going to be different people working on it, because they closed down the Emeryville studio that made the original SimCity games years ago. So that would be something different, but, well, hopefully they at least learn their lesson to not do online in a SimCity game again, because that is what ruined the launch of the last SimCity game, where you literally couldn't play it because it depended on an online connection and their servers weren't working properly. From what I've seen though, it does seem like people are getting a little bit tired of City Skylines and its recent packs, so maybe it is still a good time for SimCity to try to come back with a much better game than its 2013 version. It does seem like a weird thought for SimCity to come back from the dead, but EA is no stranger to reviving games. I mean, the 2013 SimCity was supposed to be a reboot, and they rebooted Star Wars Battlefront, of course, and they rebooted Need for Speed at one point too. And with all the nostalgia that people have for The Simpsons Hit and Run, I would not be surprised if EA eventually remade that game. Even though The Sims is also bashed quite a lot, at least it is still relevant. It still has games that are coming out, but I don't know. I don't know if either of these would translate very well to a live-action movie. Maybe if they were more Pixar-like movies with very little dialogue, like say WALL-E, then maybe there was a chance. But yeah, I still don't feel too optimistic about either of these having good movies. Because, sure, Detective Pikachu I think was good, and then the Sonic movie I think was better, but it's still like, I'm still not quite out of that all video game movies are bad mindset just yet. I need a better track record than just 2 movies than to be convinced that Hollywood is finally going to take video games more seriously and do them justice. And with SimCity and The Sims, the characters normally talk in a different language, Simlish, so it would feel very weird to me to see all the characters talking in English, even though, sure, there was 1 or 2 Sims trailers where they did have Sims talking in English. That was just for a trailer. It was just for a trailer, not for at least an hour and a half. One glimmer of hope with the movie is that Bella Goth does seem to be in it, probably because they had Bella in brackets for Korra's character, so it seems like a very Jumanji sort of thing, where they're a character in real life, but then they're a completely different person when they're in the game. I did like the Jumanji movie. I don't know, I haven't seen like the most recent one, but the first remake that they did, I enjoyed that one. If the Sims movie did not feature Bella Goth in some way, then I would be very worried, because that would be almost like if they had made a Sonic movie, but made Tails the main character and then have Sonic come in the post-credit scene. Though at least with SimCity, it seems like if they were going to do a live-action movie of SimCity, this is the direction to take it, where it is more of a disaster movie, because that's one of the things that makes SimCity stand out, that you can just unleash these disasters whenever you want. So maybe it could be like a much funnier take on The Day After Tomorrow. I already feel very, very lucky that the Sonic movie turned out so well. So if The Sims and SimCity movies both turned out to be as great as that, I feel like lightning would be captured in a bottle not just twice, but 3 times. So I am not counting on that happening. So for now, I'm really expecting nothing better than the Angry Birds movies. And that is a shame because, well, I don't feel like The Sims is in a very good place right now, so a movie would just make that all much worse. It does feel like, oh man, if the Sonic movie had turned out really bad, that would have been really bad for that franchise too, because I don't think Sonic the Hedgehog's in a great place either at the moment. And, well, SimCity, yeah, we kind of talked about that already. I do remember there were rumors that a Sims movie was going to happen several years ago, but it ended up getting canceled at some point, and I remember I was so happy that it got canceled. But nope, it's back! And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Do you think movies based on The Sims and SimCity are really happening? And if so, are you excited for them? And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!